So they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now Myers for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, 49ers 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Purdy. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Purdy now to throw. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Purdy sets up to throw again. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go.
Purdy off the play fake. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Smith. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. Call it a gain of a yard, and 3rd and 8 now. Now it's Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Anthony Schwartz, 47 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Let's go now.
They'll run it with Abanikanda. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Here's Abanikanda. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Purdy.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is going to have a Niners first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Purdy will look to throw again here. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 26 yards.
And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Geno. This is Fant on the short completion. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Going right back to Fant. Big strides. Look at him go.
And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, here's Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
3rd down and 1.
Geno now to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Touchdown!
Raheem Mostert.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. The CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering, and they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Just what they needed, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Lewis Cine.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Fred Warner, the all-pro linebacker, there on the stop. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Smith. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth quarter lead. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Abanikanda. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Ready, check, Panther.
Purdy on the sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. Purdy will throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Anthony Schwartz, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now inside the 25. Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, 70 yards. And the 49ers get a bit closer. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing now is Geno. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. A shotgun snap for Smith. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. from the gun, a run with Mostert. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Throwing is Smith. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Here we go on fourth. Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. Back to the running game with Mostert. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Here we go. Catch left.
Throwing now, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Smith.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. To about the 26 here.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And Smith able to move the chains before sliding down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time 1st down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the